Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back to witness another portion of CS. If you remember us, me and my friend Panda were casting a couple of matches just the other day of the week, and yeah, we are here for some more exciting CS. How are you doing, Panda?
I'm doing good. A little bit sleepy, but we're gonna get through it. Today we have a best of three. It is SaiyanBlood versus Balkans, and you'll remember a couple of the players on the Balkans team was actually from Pass Me Some Magic, the last game we streamed last time, I believe. So should be
Yeah,
a good one today.
that is a bit of an insight. The team that was crushing the skulls of their enemies at that point in time, and nobody could match them up in that battle. Although that was only one match we witnessed, but it proved a lot. Like the guys from Balkan and X Pass Me Some Magic, they are crazy. They are rising to the occasion. They have players popping off, and this is great to have them on the board and really show off crazy performance against their enemies. So we'll see how this one goes. I'm really curious whether the opposite team has enough stamina, has enough power in their bags to contest the side of Balkan and X Pass Me Some Magic. Yeah, it's just gonna be pure craziness if we get to see the same performance we witnessed previously.
Yeah, for sure. And I want to give a shout out to the sponsors again. It is Achilles. They will be getting the same prize as last time, which is mice and mouse pads. And then shout out to TikTok. We're streaming on there. But we're gonna get into the game here shortly. Should be popping up soon, and we will see this first pistol round moving into it.
Yeah, we've got this one underway. SaiyanBlood will be starting off on the T side, and Balkan will be kicking this off on the city. We see some utility on the side of SaiyanBlood, and it seems like they're going to execute the ramp position right now.
Oh my
Balkan to
goodness.
hold it off. Wow, great triple kill for Warbringer. He actually brings a lot of war for the side of SaiyanBlood, and this is a very good beginning. But look at this. They've done 2 frags in reverse.
Ooh.
Was looking good, but still looks like it's going to be traded for Balkan, but still, it may be a clutch from the last player alive on the side of the T's. He gets one more frag, and he's up against another from Balkan. That is Nad. And he leans out and lines up that shot. An incredible play by Karix from SaiyanBlood. Great Kickstarter for them.
Yeah, that was a heck of a round for him. Able to find three towards the end there and just constantly head dinking these people, knowing exactly where they were and exactly where his crosshair should be. As we get into the second round, we're gonna run through the names real quick. Looks like for Balkans we have Seven Nad, Barrier, Reg, After Dark, and Warbringer. And for Saiyan Blood we have Carrie, Venga, KNT, Splaxy, and Snoop. And it looks like After Dark's already got dinked up a little bit. Warbringer, after that 3K last round, is taken out really quickly this round.
Yeah, I was a little bit confused by the names in the beginning of the rounds because I barely read them out basically. And yeah, now I'm a little bit more familiar with that. But we have the second round going on right here. It is actually a force buy by Balkan. Great to go for after losing the pistol round. And it's actually a pretty good attempt by them, but still looks like SaiyanBlood has got this round under their control as they are heading into a post-plant scenario and a 3v1. The rest will be falling into pieces, and that is the second round acquired by them.
Yeah, Saiyan Blood just had the better guns that round, able to buy up and really take it to the side of the Balkans. Like we talked about last time, Balkans was very, very good, and we haven't seen the Saiyan Blood team before, but they definitely look like they're on their P's and Q's today.
Yeah, I think that pistol round was the key to their momentum. Really gain that, move forward, and pick up as many rounds as you're able to, especially if you start off on the T side. That is very crucial at this stage. And yeah, looking to put up a very strong fight right here. Gets almost the second shot in a row. Has been neutralized, but it's still a very favorable situation here for the T's.
I think all of it stems from this control of lobby. They've been able to get a couple of picks, and that's a nice trade that comes through from Warbringer. The CTs look like they're able to bring it back, and a nice headshot out from Barrier puts the Splaxy in a 1v2 situation. And unfortunately, he falls there. But yeah, CT side definitely able to recuperate there. T side has been taking this lobby control, able to find some picks, able to basically get the lead and when it comes to the man advantage. But CT did a good job pulling it back that time.
Yeah, that was a very confident beginning by SaiyanBlood against those pistols, but all of a sudden, in a blink of an eye, they turned it around, and that ended up being the round for the cities instead. So, great response by balkanh, and wow, a great shot by Carry in that position, but it's going to be shut down afterwards, so no further impact by them.
Yeah, now you have two Deagles versus pretty much bought up guns from everybody on the CT side. And I believe, yeah, that's Warbringer with the operator too. Or excuse me, an op. I'm been playing too much Valorant.
Sometimes it can mix up, so be careful about that. Now, a round where Snoopy may be good for an attempt, but he's not good for the frag that had to be hit to get that one going. So 2-2, it's tied up. You know, it sounds a little bit weird when you say 2-2. You know, these words are incompatible. These numbers are nowhere to be placed nearby.
It looks like both teams do have a bye here. So this would be the first full gun.
Oh,
And After Dark dinks his
ouch.
teammate. Unfortunately.
It's okay. Who got this?
They're working together, you know. That was just a friendly little keep your head in the game tap right there. And it works out because Barrier was able to find Venga through the smoke.
Yeah, that was
Unfortunately, it
a
is answered back though.
bit of distraction point, you know, just dinging your teammate, trying to force your enemy into thinking that they are, you know, crazy, that maybe they have less HP than you do.
Ooh, a nice
Yeah.
shot by KNT there. It's a 2v2 situation. KNT is down to 12 HP though.
Yeah, but he's got the op, and Karix gets shut down to 22 HP as well as he was spraying down his enemy. But good news, he's done that frag, and now leaving only one city alive. That is Warbringer. He's got the op, and KNT, yeah, wise decision. Just fall back. Don't stick around this A-bomb side. Just go into the cubby and wait for the move from balkanh, because Warbringer, he's in a lot of trouble. One thing that can benefit him from this point is dev kits, and SaiyanBlood is just gonna group up together. They're gonna play from the same angle, bait and switch. Still sloppy fight, but it appears to be on top. And 3-2 as SaiyanBlood take the lead.
Really smart play by SaiyanBlood there. KNT and Carry were both low, and they basically were forcing Warbringer to choose one of the fights to take. And unfortunately, Warbringer chose the wrong fight with that op in hand, and it gets taken out.
True, it's very hard to play in a situation like that. You don't have any utility, anything to cover them off. I'm not sure if the bomb was planted for SaiyanBlood. I think it had to. Yeah, it was definitely planted for them. Otherwise, you could imagine Warbringer would have gone for that stick on the defuse. He had kits, he had all of the instruments available for the round victory, but unfortunately, yeah. Great play by SaiyanBlood, and now, round number 6 rather, ladies and gentlemen. We are into a bit of a brawl here around the A-bomb side. Lobby control has been somewhat plucked out of the hands of SaiyanBlood, excuse me, by balkanh. And now the bomb has been planted. The retake is going to be initiated. Look at the shots, one by one. After dark,
Oh,
almost the second. He gives that chance for KNT as he's left against two. Gets a flick. Amazing fast zoom, turns around. But just a second too late to give it another try and pull off the trigger once more. That is the tiebreaker.
that was such an amazing round. Both the ops able to find 2 picks in succession. Unfortunately, neither one of them could pick up the third, and it is the CT side coming out on top there. I will say that, kudos to both After Dark and, KNT, that there were some great shots in there. We see some, smoke lineups come out here.
Yeah, some crazy exchanges. This is unlike what we saw with the matchup where Pass Me Some Magic played the previous time on Mirage. That was pure dismantle of their enemies. And this time we are having at least some competition going on. So 3-3, so far so good for both of these teams. And I would say, SaiyanBlood, if they manage to pick up 6 rounds on the T side, that's going to be very comfortable for them to continue on the city. So we'll see if they are going to be able to piece this one together. Still no bloodshed, and we'll see how this one goes.
Yeah, SaiyanBlood posturing down towards that B site. Warbringer doesn't know that they're already on site pretty much.
Yeah, it's
And
totally
I think
clear.
this will be bomb going down here as well, yeah. Um, I wanna say that this should be a really easy retake considering they're all pistols, yeah, and that barrier finds 2 immediately. And, Warbringer with a third. This should be a clean wrap. He shoots his teammate there a little bit, and yeah, that oh, Canty finds another.
But he's gonna escape.
Yeah, looks like he will save that gun there.
But, all things considered, huge success here for SaiyanBlood. They get the bomb down, they earn additional money. Now they're gonna have their economy good for the full buy, and they also carried one M4A1S away from that fight. So yeah, credit to KNT for bringing that one over into this round. And yeah, that was the purpose by them, to plant the bomb down and earn some additional cash for this full-fledged buy. First frag, running the way of balkanh, and another as well. Great AWP shot after dark. Puts them into a dark hole of nothing in this one.
Yeah, that was a great shot by Warbringer. Through the smoke, he tracks the man running across, looked like vending machine there and just one shot to the head. And now saying in a 3v5 situation, looks like they are still going to posture towards that B site. Warbringer finds a second, and K&T takes his head off, unfortunately. K&T's in a bit of a pinch here. Reggie pushing forward, and yeah, that's a quick headshot for the win there.
Yeah, easy as that. Great haul by balkanh. Not allowing SaiyanBlood to get through the first point of attack. That was ramp. And, they didn't even get out of the doors, basically. They got shut down before they exit. And, yeah, truly great haul by balkanh. It'd be great if they managed to keep up the same level of performance after winning 2 rounds in a row. 5-3, a 2-round difference. And, Ragel with the hauled outside. He's got a teammate cover him off. Look at this aggression. Look at this audacity to go out with an AWP and shoot on basically no man's land. Gets the first shot, and the second as well goes their way. The first exchange provided, but nothing more. It's another round for the cities.
Yeah, this is basically what we saw from them before, where they just get very aggressive and are able to find the
True.
picks constantly. That was bit of a save round for Saiyan, so maybe it's just just a little bit of a push on a Nico, but we'll be able to see as both teams have huge guns coming out this round. Both teams with an op 2, so we'll see how this one goes.
Yeah, actually, this guy's from balkanh, and as we've previously mentioned, they are the players who used to play for the likes of Pass Me Some Magic. There are 4 players that used to play there, and well, a bit of a stale right there after getting a frag. Catching him off guard. Regil getting another frag. There are no 7 players on the server, so unfortunately your number at the end of the nickname means nothing. Well, there are 7 players if you count CDs and Ts in total. There are even 10, but you know, if you take down your teammates, then yeah, you can get 7 frags.
I guess that goes for both his teammate 7nad and him. As
Yeah.
7nad does find a frag there against Splaxy. Unfortunately, quickly traded and then traded again by Reg of all people. So it will be a I was gonna say 2v3, but it'll be a 1v3 now with KNT just with the op, and he manages to find Reg there.
Yeah, I guess
But
the first frag and sneaks back under a curtain of silence. They don't yet know where he is, but he's got the bomb. This is a very precious thing under his belt, but rather behind his back. Yeah, and unfortunately, he's not going to be able to pass the first test in the form of Warbringer, and he will be able to put him down in that fight. So 7th round for balkanh. And, you know, back to that point that I was trying to develop in the beginning of the round before the previous. I think, you know, these 4 players, and it's actually, I guess, true that these 4 players from balkanh, not 5, 4 players only, they are the best players in Romania, at least considered to be so. And yeah, these guys prove that they are playing up to their title right here.
they're definitely very skilled, I can say that much. They are pretty high on from what I've heard, Face It, and very skilled players in their own right. It does look like they are getting a little bit ahead of themselves here on the T side, though. As Amali comes out having to stop them from pushing there, it will be a little bit of a split. One CT staying on B. You have 2 posturing on A site.
Yeah, they managed to pave their way through the outer ramp. Now they are into the main, but quickly shut down from the back. It's only 1 player alive, and he's already smoked himself off. He's got no entrance into the A-bomb side. Nobody can knock on this door, and it's actually Regil to watch it off. He's gonna read it perfectly nice, waits for him to be right there in time, pulls off the trigger, and gets this one wrapped up in favor of balkanh.
Yeah, what a nice read by Reg there. Honestly, everyone on Balkans able to figure out that, hey, look, these guys aren't pushing B. We should wrap. And the guy that comes up from Secret is able to find a huge kill, make it a 1v2.
Yeah, you know, SaiyanBlood instilled a lot of confidence and a lot of hope in the beginning, like 3 rounds. That was a great result up until this point, because balkanh picked up how many? 3 rounds. No, not even 3.
I
It
believe
was
this
5 rounds in a row.
Yeah.
5 or 6 rounds in a row. And yeah, it's just so unfortunate that SaiyanBlood are yet to pick up at least 1 more round. balkanh has been very consistent. This team fires on all of the cylinders. It's harder to play on the T side just naturally, but they've got to give their best. A great position by Korix as he takes the first man down, who was trying to explore what was happening out of the ramp, gets another. And it actually puts this entire defense down to 0. He volumes them down and makes their sound in this round absolutely shallow. It's a 4v1. Regil will be able to get 1 frag, but hang on a second, gets another, drops the bomb. A little bit sloppy on that smoke.
Oh
Dropout gets
goodness.
another. What is this? 1 HP left. Regil, you've got to be kidding me. How have
What
you pulled off a
an
clutch like that?
amazing clutch. Oh my goodness. We were basically riding the round off. It was a 1v4, and Reg comes out of nowhere and finds all 4 kills for a quad in the round. What an amazing job by him. I thought the smoke was a bit of a whiff there, but he was able to find the player close right, and good job. That's all I can say, honestly.
Yeah, don't you ever forget who you're playing against. It's the message for SaiyanBlood that don't you dare deprecate against us. We are here and we are to ride the ship. It is another frag by 7 Ned. And from the looks of things, it is seemingly going to be another round for balkanh. So they are potentially going to reach the double digits. And this is very great news for them. SaiyanBlood are stuck on the T side.
A couple of trades coming through, but I mean, it all favors balkans here. It's a 1v3. A Reg on 5 HP, but I don't think it matters much. His barrier is flanking. Splaxy just outside of lobby here, hiding in vending machines, trying to find some sort of frag here to just even the ship out a little bit. And it
At
doesn't
least a
look like they're
Q.
going to give him anything. Yeah.
At least something to hook on. And that's a wrap coming in from Barry. And from Barry, he sees him right there. And yeah,
Quickly takes him out. Yeah.
mid-range shots. And yeah, he's already dead. 10-3. We are into a lot of problems here for SaiyanBlood. It looks like they don't have any escape out of this meltdown. What do they do?
Ultimately, you just have to find a way to position yourself on the map. Find a way to get a quick pick and get the bomb down, maybe. But it's not like they're able to push through. Warbringer's been holding down that ramp pretty well, and these lobby fights haven't been going their way for the past couple rounds. So
Yeah, pure dominance. Hopefully they will be able to stop this, at least in this round. But it looks like nothing will
oh,
piece together. It is piecing apart instead for the T's. Yeah, just crazy behavior here from balkanh. They are rushing forward. They are not hesitating. Look at that. Even aiming at the head.
ooh, nice couple of kills by Splaxy here, though. Unfortunately, head's taken off. Such a shame,
Tiles
but yeah,
down.
we can see Balkans just getting more and more confident as the game goes on, as they win these multiple amounts of rounds in a row, and they just get more and more aggressive. And when they're hitting their shots like this, what can you do in this situation? They're just able to push and find the frags, and it's not like they're getting traded off rip. So they're just able to keep these advantages going.
Yeah, and
And
it's
this
the
is
last round of the half.
yeah, this is what I thought they should do as Saiyan Blood, but unfortunately, it doesn't seem to work for them. They're just running into the meat grinder that is Balkans.
Riding on top. Exactly the case. Korix is alone and is he going to be able to do anything more? Gets another, but quickly traded by Regil and 0 players remaining, which means 12th round is on the board here for balkans. It's 12-3. What an incredible half for them.
Yeah, I want to say that this game is probably going to be another 16-4 like we saw before. Like that's not what we thought in the first 5 6 rounds, but that's kind of what it's looking like now. This side is slightly CT sided in my opinion, but I don't think it's 12-3 CT sided, so we'll have to see what this first round looks like for the Saiyan blood here. But that's already 2 frags going over to
Yeah,
Balkans. 3 After Dark able to find the head on 2 different members of Saiyan Blood. Oh, and
Lord.
After Dark with a 4K there. What a great job by him, and that was effortless. That was honestly a super quick, super smooth round.
Yeah,
And now you have
smooth as
4
hell.
members. Yeah, 4 members of Balkans with AKs now.
Yeah, just pure dominance once again. balkanh, that was the only hope for SaiyanBlood to pick up the pistol round and get the momentum going. And unfortunately, this is not the form of SaiyanBlood we anticipate to see against Balkanh. They saw a pretty good sign of competition in the beginning of the game, but now it looks like it is completely the opposite way. So many frags, so many kills, and nothing goes for the side of SaiyanBlood. It is them losing their players and ending up in a very severe state.
Yeah. Balkans with the fresh buy on a Reg there. He was running the Mac 10. Now he has the AK. And this is just domination. Same blood picked up the weapons that they could. You see an AUG come over. You have a couple of M4s. You have an XM, but I don't think it's going to be enough.
Yeah, there's just nothing SaiyanBlood can do. Balkan, even though they were playing on the Slack side, they are still finding those engagements, still finding those frags. At least an 8 frag for Karix, but is it enough though? Still such a huge round difference. Even if they pick up this round, it's going to be very flawless comeback and not a lot of mistakes allowed on their way through. I mean, yeah, so hard for them. Even though it's a 3v3, but Balkan are about to get the bomb down, and this one is a post-plant scenario. SaiyanBlood are yet to rotate back in, and 7 Nat, sneaky man, already waiting for his prey to come through, and it's gonna be an easy shot.
Yeah, unfortunately, it is traded back immediately, but Perrier and Splaxy able to trade those back as well. It's just Reg left, and he does find the last kill, and that's match point here. This might even be a quicker match than the one we saw previously. This might be a 16-3.
Yeah, 16-3. Maybe one round for SaiyanBlood, but just looking at their buy, analyzing how bad they've been throughout this half and the last part of the previous. I mean, they only managed to pick up 3 rounds, and that's it. They got stuck. Balkan picked up such a significant streak of rounds that I'm not sure SaiyanBlood will be able to break it. It is all decided here in this last round of the half, seemingly so. 4 against 2.
Yeah, and I think the patience that was SaiyanBlood is kind of gone. Warbringer does find KNT there. It's just Splaxy left in the 1v4, and 7 Nad finds his head. That will be the first game of this best of 3. Puts Balkans on match point here. You know, if they win the next game, it's all over. And with that, I think we're gonna take a small break before we come back here.
Well, gents and ladies as well, are you ready to delve into a new match of rather a new map, which might be the last one. I'm not exactly sure, but based on how Balkan showed their performance on the previous, this might be the last map indeed. What are your feelings about that, Panda?
Yeah, Balkans. We know that it's us two. We know that Balkans plays the heck out of this map. They did a really good job last time, as passed me some magic. So based off of last game, I'm expecting like a 16-3, 16-4 again. I don't think that SaiyanBlood is able to really do anything there. Unfortunately, we wanted to see some more of a challenge come out, but Falcons just firing on all cylinders today. So I, I really think it's going to be a quick one, honestly.
Yeah, I also think it's going to be an easier ground for Balkan to play on because Dust 2 is more, is a little bit more mobile. It is a little bit easier to play just because of the nature of the entire map, just because of its structure. Nuke is probably the only map in CS that has two bomb sites stacked on top of each other. So uh, tactically, Nuke is way harder to play on, and Dust 2 should be a way easier ground for them to just rush out of lawn and take all of those enemies down if they like to go for that aggressive playstyle yet again.
Yeah, I agree. And it looks like we're about to jump right into it, but I really want to see the aggression come out of Balkans for sure.
Yeah, we got this one underway, ladies and gentlemen. It's Balkan starting off on the T side, and SaiyanBlood will be on the city instead. It looks like a very fast approach by them. Great counter molly. That's gonna slow things down for Balkan. That is one of the nades you'd like to buy in the beginning of the round of the pistol, but once it dissipates, they've got their legs coming out of the upper tunnels. It is Balkan losing their entire squad here on the B-bomb side. Great haul by SaiyanBlood.
Yeah, they must have watched the previous game that Balkans played, or four of the members of Balkans played. They had that B site tacked up really well. That Molly was excellent. They were able to just find the heads. Honestly, Venga with a couple of picks that were just easy one dinks. But it will be Balkans attacking this A side. It seems until that Molly came out.
Yeah, it prevented all of their thoughts on the mine to execute A, and yeah, got shut down. But Rigel, as always, on point with the Deagle. On point with any weapon he wields. He gets a nice dig shot, but instantly traded by SaiyanBlood. So it looked to be a very quick one in the beginning of the round, but maybe Barrier has got something to say about that. He sticks around for another frag. Doesn't want to relance, although
And he just turned it
my
on its
god.
head. Oh my goodness. This is every single member of Balkans that we see, and we immediately like, oh, we'll count them out this round. They should probably lose. They just immediately turn it around. They're like, you know what? We're simply better. We're just gonna do it. And that evens the scoreboard up. It's 1-1. And now Sandbloods has a really weak buy. I mean, just Deagles and very, very light util coming out.
Deagles plus second armor, I guess.
And one
And
diffuse kit that might come in handy if they are able to find a couple picks. And there's the opening onto barrier and immediately traded back by 7 Nad.
a quick shot with a scout, aiming for the head as usual. If you remember, After Dark was the one playing with a sniper rifle the previous game. I wonder if they decided to switch that up a little bit. 7 Nad showing great performance with that scout as of yet. And it looks like it's going to be a quick journey into the second round here on the T side.
Indeed. That was 7 Nad with what I believe was a three-piece. Definitely helps his team out. But this is going to be another short buy here for SaiyanBlood. And they don't want to drop too many rounds. We've already seen what happens when you let Balkans get on a roll.
Yeah, and it's very hard to pull them off of their roll. To try and, de-elevate them from the sky once they achieve that.
And not even Deagle's here. And this is just Balkans running through. This is that aggression we were talking about. It's just in full force now on this T side.
Coming to play yet again after dark, the one taking the lead here in terms of the scoreboard. No, he's not actually. I thought he is the leader of this scoreboard. I think that we've got some other players being on top. But yeah, just you look at all of these players and you feel the intimidation they instill to their enemies. Like they rush forward, they don't care how many shots or how much damage they face. No, they just get the frags no matter what.
Yeah, and it doesn't really seem to matter which one is shooting. They're all just doing their best and constantly taking care of their opponents. They are down here. Balkans down 2v4. And this may just be what SaiyanBlood needs to win a round. But we've seen them win these on the side of Balkan, so we gotta wait and see how these gunfights go, honestly.
Never count them out. They are still capable. It's a 2-on-4, still a very hard task. Carrix watching that up with an AWP, went for a bit of a swing. If Warbrainer manages to sneak through that little gap of timing, it's going to be a pretty nice beginning for their victory, for their pullback, but it is still a very questionable task. Called by one of the city members on ramp. There comes the help by Snoopy, and yeah, it shouldn't go any far from this point, but hang on, how is this happening again? Warbringer, another shot! Finally, Venga nicely coming in time, but that was such a miraculous attempt yet again. Even if we see him being down with no teammates to help him out of that fight, he still manages to pick up a couple of frags in a row and almost turn this one upside down.
Yeah, Warbringer was like, hey, it's my turn. Everyone else has got their shot. I just want another one. And he kills 3 out of the 4 that round. And unfortunate for him, Venga managed to peek the same spot. What an amazing shot by After Dark there.
Unbelievable. That was such a flick. I wish I could see the replay of that, honestly. that was so satisfying. He just runs wide open, out of short, and flicks out that little pixel of players popping out of the wall. This is some next level play by him.
Yeah, KNT last left alive. He's probably going to try to save that op there. But every member of Balkans is running at him, hunting, and that's it. That's it for KNT's op, unfortunately. Reg does pick that up, and we'll see if he holds on to that. We know that After Dark and 7nat have been the oppers so far. It doesn't look like they can hang on to it.
Yeah, they give a chance for each player to play with that big range, just train it a little bit. We're not talking about any discipline right here in terms of the setup. We are talking about a mow down. And this is exactly what will be provided. Balkanh on the 5th.
I can understand that. SaiyanBlood tries to, see if their pistols can work any magic during that round. Unfortunately, they can't. And they are going to have to force up here. A couple of light armors coming through. No head. And that's going to be Venga falling very early into the round.
Yeah, quick journey onto lawn by Balkanh yet again. Not scared at all. Going for that. He evades the flashbang and they line up for him. Incredible 2 shots. And that will be enough to take down the entire set piece of Balkanh. Finish it off and bring yet another on their board. Absolutely incredible.
Once again, SaiyanBlood starting strong. They pick up the first 2 rounds. They think they're doing well. And then, boom, Balkans just explode as soon as they get a good gun round in.
I actually figured out why we are both wearing hats. Because